Hey everyone, Alex Ionescu here. Welcome to Investor's Guide to the Galaxy. Equity research analyst from GLJ Research, Gordon Johnson, says Tesla stock is worth $24.33. Elon Musk says mild recession is here today. Worst month and quarter for Toyota Corolla sales. In Norway, Tesla Model Y outselling the next 5 competitors combined in the first 4 months of 2023. Although before we start, if you find this video helpful, it would mean a lot to me if you crashed the like button and subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and takes just a split second. If you want to show more appreciation, consider subscribing to my Patreon. Now, let's dive right into it. Tesla stock price. Today down 1.26%. Year to date up 50%. Past year down 46%. Past 5 years up 727%. Gordon Johnson is a smart guy, but sometimes says questionable things. This might be the reason behind it.
So I was out doing like some solar meetings in California, and the guy said, "You got to come to our plant," and he let me drive the Roadster. And it was like driving like an electric go-kart.
Yeah.
It was really fast. And I went to their plant, and there were no cars being made. And I was going to initiate on the company with a buy. I swear, it was when it was $35. And,
15 split ago.
Yeah,
1 to 15
so it
split
would
ago.
have been 15.
Yeah.
And a couple of my clients were like, if you initiate on that stock with the buy, we're leaving. And it's not that I let that influence me, but it kind of influences. So I said, you know what, I'm just not going to touch it. So that's an interesting story.
So from now on, if you listen to him, and if the things he says don't make sense at all, you know that he was somehow forced by some of his clients to have that opinion. What do you think? Gordon has a price target for Tesla stock at $24.33. Let's hear him talk about this and how he got to this price target.
To answer your question, get back to your question, what would get me to buy Tesla? Look, I think the stock is worth $24.33. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'll tell you this: when Tilray was at 300, I think we had like a $40 target, and people said you're crazy. When Sun Edison, which went bankrupt, we had a buy rating at 30. They did this deal with Vivint, and we took our $30 price target down to $1 when the stock was 19. People said you're crazy. And First Solar, I remember this is back in 2009 when the stock was like $230. I think we had a $40 price target. People said you're crazy. Look, I think that's what the stock is worth. When it gets there, we'll reevaluate. But I think there's a lot of issues which we can get into. Are
you using sort of the industry average multiples?
No, we're using a I actually think that the numbers we're using. So to answer that, we're using a 20-year DCF.
Okay.
Projecting out cash flows, discounting those cash flows back to the present.
8% or something?
We're using. I think the discount rate we're using is around 8%. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But so and what I'll say is the assumptions we have in our model to get to $24. I think are pretty aggressive.
What kind of volumes are you thinking?
I think we have them getting to like 10 million.
Okay, so you actually have them getting to 10 mil.
Right.
But your DCF is still putting them at 24 today.
Correct.
That's scary.
Right, because the thing is, think about this, right? So Tesla did what, 73 cents in Q1. Yeah. You multiply that by 4 and divide it into the stock price today. You're talking about just under a 60 times multiple, right? The industry trades at 7 times. This is for a company who effectively cut prices roughly, I think it was like 10% in Q1, yet saw volumes grow just 4%, right? That means they're cutting prices and they're not seeing the elasticity. Think about this. What if Lamborghini cut their prices by 20%, right? Or forget about Lamborghini, Porsche. Or you understand, people would be running to the dealership, right? If that $200,000 Lamborghini, the elasticity would be massive. So the issue with Tesla is very simple in our view. You have a company who, over the past 4 quarters, has produced more cars than they've sold. That's a record. You have a company who's cutting prices, and you're not seeing the same increase in unit volume that you're seeing in price cuts. That's a big problem. You have a company who, in our view, is the BlackBerry of EVs, i.e. they're the first guy out there. Now you have all these guys coming in with cars that have equal or better real-world range, better interiors, and real service ability.
Good point here from Gordon about price elasticity. The last month, as shown in this chart, Tesla new car inventory has increased by 100%. Here you have Tesla new inventory counts aggregated globally. In theory, If you cut prices of a car, you will have more customers that can buy that car. In a recession, demand may become more price elastic due to greater price sensitivity. However, some companies may still see inelastic demand because they are in competitive markets. Lawrence H. Summers tweeted this: "If the Federal Reserve does what's necessary to contain inflation, I think a slowdown is likely to come. The odds on that happening sometime in the next 12 months, I think, are pretty good, perhaps 70%. Elon Musk replied to this: "Fed data has too much latency. Mild recession is already here. It's not just the canary in the coal mine. SVB died. One of the staunchest miners, Credit Suisse, died too, and the cemetery is filling up fast. Further rate hikes will trigger severe recession. Mark my words." In a recession, demand for products in general will become more price sensitive. So Elon's approach with price cuts is good. But I believe that in the second quarter we will see if this has had a good effect on Tesla sales or not, if the volume increased by a good amount or not. Take a look at the best-selling cars in the world in 2022. Toyota Corolla is the first one with 1.1 million cars sold in 2022. Coming fast to fight for the top position is Tesla Model Y, now at fourth position with 760,000 cars sold. Toyota Corolla had a great 2022 year. But take a look at how 2023 is turning out till now. Yamantas Divar tweeted this: "For Corolla, it was the worst March ever." You can see in this chart here. The worst March ever from 2005 till now, even counting for 2020 pandemic. Only 13,500 cars sold in March. For Toyota, it was the worst Q1 in 12 years. So the worst month and the worst quarter. That's really bad. You can see the numbers here. How is 2023 going for Tesla and Tesla Model Y? Take a look at this. Tesla Model Y wins crushing victory in Norway, outselling next 5 competitors combined in 4 months of 2023. According to the results of sales in Norway, for the 4th month of 2023, Tesla Model Y received a crushing victory. The electric SUV outsold the 5 closest competitors combined, once again cementing its status as the best-selling vehicle in the country. Norway is the country with the highest adoption rate for electric vehicles. In fact, here the competition is only among electric vehicles, and cars with internal combustion engines make up only about 10% of the car market. Meanwhile, about 83% of the market share falls on pure electric vehicles and about 7% on plug-in hybrids. April brought no surprises, and the electric SUV once again took first place with 918 sales. Volkswagen ID4 was in the second place with 573 units, and the ID Buzz was third with 525 units. Cumulative sales data for the period from January till April look similar. However, they emphasize the crushing superiority of Tesla Model Y over any other player in the market. Tesla registered almost 10,000 Model Ys, more than the combined sales of its nearest 5 competitors. In second place with 1,897 sales, it's Volkswagen ID4. This is more than 5 times less than Model Y sales. In third place is Toyota BZ4X with 1,876 units sold. Volvo sold 1,738 XC40s and finished fourth. In fifth place is Volkswagen ID3 with 1,614 sales. And it's not just Norway. Tesla has great sales numbers in many countries. It has the potential to have Model Y the best-selling car in the world this year. I'd like to know your opinion on all of this. Please leave a comment below. If you like this video, please smash that like button so that other people like you see this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you that watch my videos. See you next time.